So what's the big deal, and why so much talk about education? And there are plenty of people who haven't gotten an education but are doing just fine. So why would you possibly think that you have to have an education in order to reach your goals or be successful in life or to be happy? That's what some people are asking. Well, let me start by saying that you don't necessarily have to have education in the traditional sense of the word, meaning you don't have to spend 4 years in college, the most expensive college you can find, in order to be successful. That's not what people are saying. So you're right in your position coming from that angle, but again, that's not necessarily what people are saying when they say it's critical in order for us to continue to move forward as a country and in order for people to gain traction in reaching their goals in their lives. But if you're going to skip an education and you expect to have the same level of success, what you must have, what you better have in your genes, or what you better develop, is ambition, determination, and discipline. That's what you need to have in order to reach anywhere near or exceed the same level of success. Ambition, creativity, determination, and discipline. Now, the reason is just simply stated as you need to have an education. It's because a lot of people don't easily come by creativity, ambition, discipline, and determination. So you see, instead of going into all of that, it's much more easier to explain and to prove, if necessary, that education is the key to being successful. Now, how can you ensure that your children grow up developing the ambition, determination, and discipline and creativity that is useful and necessary for maximum traction in achieving your goals and being successful? Well, that comes largely from what it is you teach your child. So here we are at another dilemma. Because what do we have today? A lot of parents who lack ambition, creativity, discipline, and determination. So how are you going to teach that to your child? You see where we at now? Now, we got there however we got there. This is not to take a shot at you. This is to point out the deficiencies that need to be addressed. And as long as people keep tiptoeing around and are scared to point these things out and tell you point blank that you need to do something about that to increase the potential for your family to, exist in a different realm. A lot of people, the reason that you're in this situation is because for generations the family has lived in a state of poverty or missing out on being exposed to the parenting training that would have provided an understanding of how to be creative and the thought process that gives them discipline and teaches them how to be determined and causes them to reach higher for longer throughout the challenges, overcoming obstacles. You know, these things may have been missing for generations. So the parents today, how are you going to just out of the blue know about the need to instill these things in your child, much less know how to do it? You see what I'm saying? So forget about feeling guilty or feel like being attacked. The truth is what the truth is. Reality is what it is. If you know that you lack what is needed in order to best provide the training for your child to be properly equipped to deal with life as a teen and as a young adult, you know, then you need to get yourself, now there's no excuse for that. You need to get yourself in some training that will get you exposed to those things that you need to teach your child. And that's it. It ain't no, it's no easy way around it. You can't snap your fingers and be in a different, you know, be a different person. You can't ignore it and that not be the case. That is what's got to happen if you want a better life for your child, if you want to change the reality of your family. And you can't, I mean, people are waiting on change and they expect someone else to provide that change. And that's what I'm explaining is the reality is people got to take initiative to do things to change their own lives and stop waiting on somebody else to hand them some magic trick or key to open a special door, a back door, or a secret pathway to a secret pathway, which is a shortcut to getting a better life. There are things that all of us have to do in order to get that better life. And those things may change with different people, you know. Different people are in different stages. Different people have been exposed to different things. Different people has different history. We have different types of people around us. We've been exposed to different lessons and different environments. So different people have to do different things to get to where they want to be. But the number one step that must be taken is becoming self-aware of where you are and the deficiencies you have and the flaws that you have that need to be addressed, and be honest about where you are and the things that you need to do to get in the position that you need to be in to take care of business. From parenting, from building healthy relationships, from being marketable as an employee so you can get a job, so you can take care of your financial situations, to the training necessary in order to reach your goals. That's it. It's simple as that. Okay. My throat is getting dry. I'm getting frustrated because people won't speak this to you, you know. And I mean, again, if you was never in an environment where this was part of what was taught to you, then when you can't come around to that way of thinking until you're exposed to information that's going to enable you to come around to that way of thinking. So until people who are in the position to speak these things to you so that you may grasp on to another way of thinking, you're crippled. And looking to the government because you're crippled. And blaming being oppression for the reason. Which means that all that does is continue to stifle your ability to figure out what you need to do to break free from the bondage you have. Yes, that's what it is. So, you know, that's why I get frustrated, because what needs to be said is not said. And it's sad because a lot of people understand it. They won't speak it, I suppose. I don't know. I can't get it in their head. But I suppose they won't speak it because they're afraid that you will no longer follow them or listen to them or whatever. Well, I, my friends, don't have that problem. I hope you will continue to listen. And if you give me half a chance to entertain what I've said and think it through to see if what I'm saying makes sense or not, I know you will continue to listen, because you'll see that what I'm saying is beneficial to you. That's it. That's it. And I'm going bye-bye. Let's go into part 2 right quick. Let's go into part 2 while I got this thing rolling, you know. Is life really that hard? Is life really that hard? I mean, I know a lot of people are hurt. I know a lot of us are in situations we wouldn't want to be, we don't want to be in. I know a lot of us look back and say, woulda, coulda, shoulda. I know, you know, these things are there for each and every one of us. But that alone does not mean that life is so hard. We make life harder than it has to be. And those things that I've mentioned is part of the tools that we can use in order to simplify life. You see? Each generation should be able to do life easier if we use those tools, because we
Man,